He's late. Not at all.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempest rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and o'er thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Good evening.
Said by hello Sam.
The Saints with professionalism and shenanigans.
Yep, you did it for me.
Yes, because you mildly failed on that one. Okay, so it looks like 90% of the sound books are bye not here. So I have pretty much two selections.
This is a young brother's edition, as the description says, and that means basically anything can happen tonight.
Anything goes, whether we're joking or teasing or, throwing out those random jokes, which CJ absolutely does. Or, Bible topics, bring them on.
Songs, let's do it.
I remember the time someone asked about what was it? I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was dealing with Jesus coming back a third time.
A third time.
Yeah, you remember that? Or like he came back already, and he's promised a second coming, but nowhere in the Bible do you find him coming back a third time.
Yep,
That was something to do, I think, with the premillennialism.
yep.
And we kind of slapped that idea out of the ballpark. And then we sing ourselves to death until we're hoarse in the throat. And so,
That's bad.
no, it's bad. You didn't have enough syllables in there.
I don't know how to answer you anymore. I give up.
I won. Sam says hello and greetings to Sam.
Like you're so slow. I greeted him 3 minutes ago.
I know, but it's not official till I do it. Apparently, because he hasn't responded. But just watch. Give him about 2 minutes and he'll respond.
So does this make this stream more official?
No, this just makes it absurd.
Okay.
Yeah, it might get a little crazy if I'm just here.
Yeah.
I have no clue what it's like when I'm alone on Friday.
I pull back the reins a little bit.
You failed. I said you never know what it's like when I'm left alone on Fun Friday.
Hooray!
Hey!
Where is everybody?
Where's
Teresa,
Reba with Sister T? Where's everybody?
Mary, Pat, Vera, Craig, Patsy, Dawn.
I know. It says Sean's watching, so Brother Sean,
Hey, Sean.
wherever has been blown. It's been obliterated and pretty much through everywhere.
Alright,
It wasn't official until I said it.
that settles it. Sam thinks I need a haircut. I'll cut one hair for you. Oh, is that not what you meant?
I know people who split hairs. I mean,
Let's see, how can I make my... I feel like my video is blurry. Whoa.
you could not be more correct there, sister. There, CJ.
Was that better?
Oh, a wee bit. I mean, we can see your lack of a beard.
No, that's just creepy now. Hey, Miss Stokes. How you doing this evening? Uh, Everybody likes the bald look. I did not.
Are we ever told specifically that Paul was bald?
I believe when he took that, that's right. Now, no, no, it was the people going after Paul shook their heads and didn't eat, right? Well, that's smoking.
It reached 105. There it was either I think it was yesterday. It reached 105 with about a 90% humidity. I soaked my shirt twice.
I don't think he took some vow.
He took a vow. It's never explained what one it was.
I don't. He may have shaved his head. I don't think we're told though.
There's Sister Reba. Fun Friday!
Well,
Hooray!
you're a little late there, sister. We've already done that.
You're allowed to do it, multiple times. Whoops. Wrong typo. Ba-bum, bum.
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
It's what, 30 degrees Celsius there, Sam?
Okay, come on now. I wish I had miraculous knowledge, but I don't. We are going to Act 18.
30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, as I recall, that's not a lot. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Yes.
Is it a lot?
No. Sorry. He did cut off his hair.
Oh, he did. Shaved his
And,
head clean for the vow.
in Acts 18:18, so Paul still remained a good while, then he took leave of the brethren and sailed for Sidon, who was still in the clothes with him. He had his hair cut off at Cenchrea, for he had taken a vow. So yes, Paul took that vow and had his hair cut off. So he was bald for a time. Okay.
Sam says it's 30 degrees Celsius there. That's equal to 86 here.
Well, that's nothing.
With 81% humidity, that makes it feel like 105.
Well, Miss Stokes, what's the real feel in Tennessee right now?
Reba says, y'all don't know what hot is. Reba, I know many a Texan to come up here in midsummer and wet their shirt, about wet their pants, and say, I hate this heat. I know many a Texan who said that. They do not like this level of heat. Wet heat is the worst. When we're in peak summer, it's not joking. Feels like 800. I can get behind that one.
You know, when it's hot and you feel all sweaty, here's a song for you. May the mind of Christ my Savior live in me from day to day. By His love and power controlling all I do and say. May the word of God dwell richly in my heart from to rise, so that all may see I triumph only through His power. May the peace of God, my Father, rule my heart and everything that I may be called to comfort, sick and sorrowing. May the love of Jesus fill me as the waters fill the sea. Him exalting, self-abasing, this is victory. May His beauty rest upon me as I seek the lost to win. And may they forget the gentle singing of me hymn.
Melissa says, all my tomato vines are dying, and the blackberries are all dried up. Sing it, CJ! Raven says, we have a lot of humidity here, too. That's interesting to me, because I've always heard that Texas was dry. Everyone always says that here. Even the guys who've been to Texas. Of course, probably they were to South Texas, and that probably makes the difference. Bye bye, CJ. Bye bye, CJ. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm going to cry. Sam says, I know what hot is. It's either hot or it's raining. Here, I have not seen cold for 9 years or snow here. Well, if you were to jump into the water, would that be somewhat cold?
I guess it would be.
I mean, if you haven't seen, well, you know, Sam, I really haven't seen cold either. I've seen what cold does, but I haven't really seen cold. Just as you know how big Texas is, I am aware it is huge.
By the way, that means cold cannot exist.
Yeah, you've seen that one too, eh?
Isn't that one of the atheist arguments? Never seen God. Okay, you shouldn't feel cold then. Doesn't exist.
I saw, I saw this. It was like a snippet of a bit of a game show or something along that lines, where the guy poses interesting questions and they're supposed to answer it. Excuse me. And I'm trying to remember what exactly the question was. It was like, is right on the edge of my mind. It was something along the lines of dealing with something you can't see and naming it, like how to properly spell atmosphere or something like that. And one gal, she doesn't write anything on her chalkboard. They have like 10 seconds to write or whatever, and she doesn't write anything. She's like, she flips it over, reveals her answers, blank chalkboard. The host asks her, what you got there? why is it blank? And she's like, well, the atmosphere, you cannot see it, so therefore, because you cannot see it, it cannot be named. And the kid who's on there, he goes, so air is just not a thing? Because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be breathing it right now. It was really funny the way it was presented. She thought she was this, that, and a bag of chips. You cannot see it, so therefore it is not a thing, and because it's not a thing, it cannot be named.
Yeah. Well,
So air just doesn't exist then?
I hope it exists.
Rita says parts are really dry, parts are really humid. You see, that's a strange thing because I've talked to a lot of people who've been to Texas and people who are from Texas and people who go back to Texas, and no one's ever told me that it had any humidity. They must all be going to the same dry part, I suppose. Sam says water in the ocean is warm here, but there's a cold stream here. I am guessing the water came down from the mountains. It's cold and has medicinal purposes, right? Yeah, Melissa, my tomatoes are not dying yet. They're about to die of dehydration pretty soon, but we need rain. We need rain. But my vine plants are doing ridiculously well this year. I mean, it's almost stupid how good they're doing. I'm harvesting summer squash off of like 5 plants almost every day. It's crazy how much summer squash I'm pulling in. It's just 5 plants. Then my muskmelon started coming due, and that's I like muskmelon. Or I think because the farther north you get, they call it cantaloupe, but I don't remember which way what name goes where.
Yep, we call it cantaloupe here.
Mm-hmm. We kind of call it both. Either one around here.
What do you call it? Muskmelon?
Muskmelon. And some of the other some people around here call it mushmelon.
Yeah.
Sam says, can't see air, but lung full of it. Remember what God told the king in Daniel 5:23. God, in whose hand is your breath, and those are all your ways. And whose are all your ways you have not honored.
Yep.
Yes. We are aware that air exists. Yes. Very much so. Scientifically speaking and logically speaking.
Yeah.
Yip, 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 yip. Has it always said we have 2 viewers? Even though we have Sam, Reba, and Melissa in here?
Now one just dropped off.
Oh.
I know.
So long, farewell.
Mhm.
I wish you were here tonight.
We get great encouragement from you all being here.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be so. It wouldn't be as fun if it was just me and Shaya. That would.
Trust me, we've been there, we've done that. That's not fun at all. We're here for y'all, and when y'all aren't here, it just is no fun.
I know.
Yeah, CJ, I have this variety of cantaloupe, and it's called Amish melon, and it grows like a third to twice the size of a normal one. I mean, it's nice sized most of the time, and it's one of those that are really, really easy to tell when they are ripe, and it tastes absolutely delicious. I have some in the refrigerator if you want to come down.
I'll just mail it to me.
Right, then it will be mushmelon.
Marshmallow. That's good.
Yeah, there's some people around here that call it mushmelon. Oh, I want me some mushmelon. Then you have the other ones that call it muskmelon. And then you have cantaloupers.
Yay, cantaloupe!
Cantaloupe. It's cantaloupe. Reba says, y'all make my day. You kind of got that right there, Sam.
That's right.
You hit the nail on the head. Ring. His phone is charging. Ba-bum. Bring. Ta-dun. Bum, ba-da-dun. Wisdom.
I cannot wait to get my headset. I'm hoping it will improve my audio. I'll look like a pilot though.
This is aircraft carrier 4 asking permission to re-enter. We need to dock. Is runway 5 clear? Nope. Is runway 2 clear? Nope. Are any of them clear? Nope. I'm not out of gas. Oh well. That'd be CJ.
Yep.
There's nothing I can do. One of my occasional boss man, or my boss man's brother, give or take, he actually assembled and drove what do they call it? Not home light. It's something with light in it. Not air light, not wing light, no. Anyways, and it's this single person, lightweight,
Sorry.
airplane kind of like thing, where you're strapped in it. It's like a hang glider crossed with an airplane. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. And you could pretty much take off and land anywhere. Go up to 300 some feet and just fly around. And you're pretty much just strapped in this lightweight, barely metal contraption flying around. And it's steered a lot by your body weight. And so it was really interesting. And so he flew around the whole area back when he was growing up in this thing, and he'd take off, zip over into town in Guthrie, land. You can land anywhere pretty much.
I need that thing so I can zip over to Iowa.
Yeah. He had a lot of fun in it.
I'm sure he did. So I realized just how much I sweat now. Yesterday I was walking to the library for the study, It was humid and it was hot, and I thought, good thing I don't really sweat. And by the time I got there, I looked great. I'm drenched in sweat. I didn't used to sweat like that, so I'm like, I'm not doing this again when it's this hot.
Right. Sam says, but strong wind take it where it do not want to go. Actually, it had a really small but powerful engine that propelled it, and you would coast up. I think that my number here might be a little off, but you could coast up to about 300 feet in elevation, and there's a bit of a air layer right there. You go above that by like 50 feet, and you come in. That's where the full force winds are, and that's where the turbulence is. But below that, that's where the calmer winds are, and as long as you, as long as you knew what you were doing, you had no problems.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really interesting how he explained it all and everything. But that's what he used to do for fun back when he was 20.
That would be fun, fly around.
Uh-huh.
I want to private little plane like that.
Yeah. He has pictures of the little thing, and yep.
Let's do a little bit of singing. Because my life isn't interesting, so I ran out of juice. And I'm over here going, that's cool. That's cool. That's
Mushmelon.
you went on Blinky.
Really? Excuse me. Now, granted, this is the same guy that built a 2x4 wooden biplane when he was 12. Drug it on top of the chicken house, drug it from the chicken house on top of the machine shed, and then drug it from on top of the machine shed to on top of the, not barn, uh, it's like a barn, close enough. The name escapes my memory right now. Anyways, drug it on top of that, and was gonna get in it and push himself off and see if it flew. No engine, no nothing.
That would work out well.
No, he would have plummeted to his death from that height. But his sister run out. No, this is not gonna work. Slapped him upside the head, shoot him out one way or the other. It's not gonna fly. So he thankfully did not get in his little wooden plane he built.
Was it over a cliff or something?
No, he drug it up on top of the chicken house. Drug it up from the chicken house on top of the machine shed. And then from there he drug it on top of the barn, for lack of a better word, because the current name escapes me. It's a little taller than a barn.
How tall was it? Could he survive?
No, it wouldn't have. if my mental pictures correctly, or what? It'd be about 3.5 to 4 stories high.
Yeah, he'd be dead. Revis is my 5-year-old granddaughter has fallen plane twice now. Wow! Now I take the controls, but I'm sure she didn't have total control.
Probably
Not.
they probably put it in autopilot and just let her have the handles.
Yeah, yeah,
Yay!
yeah. Yay! So glad she's not that good. Thank you, autopilot.
But yeah, at about the age of 12, he built this wooden biplane, and he tried to fly it, but his sister came out and said, "It has no engine, it has nothing in it, it is not made aerodynamically. It is not gonna fly."
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Oh, it would have been a blast.
I think I've done some simulators of flying an airplane, and even that's a blast.
I saw something a while back ago, and these two guys, this group of dudes, were comparing a what type of airplane was it? Oh, I don't know, like a 557 or something like that. It was an airplane. They were comparing it was probably a 90s airplane. I think it was a 90s airplane control panel to a disc jockey's control panel. And that was pretty similar, though. With the amount of buttons it has and the amount of things it does. It was a hilarious comparison. Imagine any DJ just jump behind the wheel of you, know how to take over a plane.
Yeah.
That's a pretty funny comparison.
Well, I get to worship with my dad on Sunday. He's picking me up tomorrow and spending the night. I think it'll be just me and him. My stepmom and my brothers will be up north, I think.
That sounds really neat. It was a blast going down there to the all-day meeting. It was a wonderful time. There, the last lesson, our preacher was Wayne Brewer, and he does a lot of mission work down to Mexico. And we had a gal from Mexico who didn't speak much English very well there at the all-day meeting, unbeliever. And he was asked to speak the lesson in Spanish and in English. Last minute. And he's like, well, I can give it a try. Because normally, when he goes to do his mission work, he'll have his Spanish Bible and his English Bible. And he'll have Spanish notes and English notes. That way he can read the Spanish and just say it, in Spanish. And then switch over, read it in English, and say it. But this way, he had to read it in English and then say it in Spanish. You should have seen it. I thought, man, that was really cool. So
did he do a good job?
Yeah, he did a pretty good job as far as I was concerned. He'd do like 2 or 3 sentences in Spanish, and then he'd say the same thing in English. So it was kind of chopped up, but everyone was at the more or less the same level, you know.
So he did that for one Spanish speaker.
Yeah, it was yeah for one Spanish. Yeah, her daughter, who is a believer, brought her to the all-day meeting, and you know, daughter's younger. Daughter kind of grew up in the U.S. and knows English pretty fluently, but her mother not so much. And so, yeah, it was just asked because of one person. So he did what he did during his mission trips. That's how they do lessons down there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. They'll do one line in the native language, and then they'll do another line, at one point or one topic, one chunk, whatever, in the native language, and then do it in English for all the English people who are there.
That would be hard. Hard enough to communicate their thoughts in English.
Yeah, so imagine that, trying to do it in another language at the same time. You gotta
Yeah.
switch what you're thinking and how you're saying it. You gotta switch language format.
Right.
I tell you, it was pretty amazing from my point of view. I was like, wow.
Yeah, wow.
To be able to present a lesson, not only in English, but in both languages at the same time, being asked 5 minutes earlier to do it in the second language. He had no preparation time.
Wait, he had 5 minutes.
That was enough time to say, oh, okay, yeah, and then get up. Present his lesson.
I was sorry. I can't.
But he could, and he did. He said it wasn't the best time, the best lesson he's ever presented that way, but it worked.
More. Yeah. More power to that, brother.
Yeah. No tears in heaven.
No tears in heaven.
No tears in heaven, no sorrows given. All will be glory in that land. There'll be no sadness, all will be gladness when we shall join the happy band. No tears, no tears, no tears up there. Sorrow and pain will all have flown.
Oh, no
No
tears.
tears, no tears, no tears up there. No tears in heaven will be known. Glory is waiting, waiting out yonder, where we shall spend an endless day. There with our Savior will be forever, where no more sorrow can dismay. No tears, no tears, no tears up there. Sorrow and pain will all have flown. No tears, no tears, no tears up there. No tears in heaven will be known. Some morning yonder will cease to ponder o'er things this life has brought to. All will be clearer loved ones be dearer. In heaven where all will be made new. No tears, no tears, no tears after sorrow and bitter have flown. No tears, no tears, no tears after, no tears in heaven will be known.
Well, since we were a little late, how about one more and then we can pray?
All right.
Sounds good, or do you want to do a full hour?
Nah, nah. I think one more song will probably suffice. It is a
He's,
bit late after all.
he's my king.
He's my king, and oh, I dearly love him. No other is above him all day long.
My greatest
He's my savior, he's my king.
king.
Tonight. Gotta pass it once, and pass it twice, and then land
Of course,
on it.
tradition.
Right. Tradition!
Yes, the most important thing. That was a joke, by the way.
You've seen Fiddler on the Roof, right?
What?
You've seen Fiddler on the Roof, right?
No.
Never mind.
All day long,
Jesus, I am singing.
His my
My
song
soul
will ever be. All
all the while he keeps my heart bells ringing.
for his love is
Is
everything.
everything to me. He is my king, and oh, I dearly love him. He
He's
is my king, no other is above him. All day long in raptured praise I sing. He's my Savior, He's my King. Streams of love around my soul are flowing. From His heart flows
everlasting
blessing.
grace.
That is why my faith in Him I'm showing. That is why in endless love I sing. He
He's my
is my
perfect
King, and though I dearly love Him, He is my King.
King.
No other is above Him. All day long in light and praise I sing. He's my Savior, He's my King. In His light I'm going home to glory. With the close of His saving grace, going home to sing and tell His story. In the blessed sunshine of His face, He is my King, and oh, I dearly love Him. He is my King, no other is above Him. All day long in heightened praise I sing. He He's my Savior. He's my King.
You know, are we really going home to sing and tell a story?
I kind of figured that would be in there with the singing his praises.
I guess, yeah, but there's no one to evangelize to when we're home.
Well, you're not evangelizing. You're reminiscing about his glory.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the bards of old would sing the praises of the guy. He came from a town, and that would be praising the hero they were talking about.
That's true.
You tell his story when you're praising him.
That's right.
So,
Well, thank you all for being here, and we hope you've been edified by our stream tonight. My end, I have no announcements at this time. Yeah, no announcements. So, thank you all for being here, and we want to do three things at CEM. We want to glorify God, He comes first. We want to edify you and answer any spiritual questions you may have. Thank you all, and God bless.
thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure. It's always wonderful to talk with y'all, learn new things, like the fact that there are parts of Texas that actually get humid. That's neat to know.
Well, Paul actually did shave his head
Paul was bald at least once.
and the accent team. Yeah.
Till we meet again, God bless you all. Love you. Bye bye.